telling me to rotate my shit.
Welcome everybody back for tapping in. Real Raw Reflection, OGP Rose. I here with my kid, my boy, the OG, goddamn king of the Metro.
King of the Metro. King of the Metro.
OG Loyalty.
OG Loyalty.
And we're here with a guest. Oh, matter of fact, hold up. And our guy, PHeBo5a. Prime Tech, DJ Prime Tech, that is, behind the boards. And we here with a guest. Y'all know we always have a guest. We always have a guest. And today, we got none other than engineer extraordinaire.
It's not staying. See how though?
This young man got me back outside, y'all. I've been back out for a minute, but I linked up with this dude, and he's helped me achieve a sound that I ain't see happen for myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I locked in with him. Him and OG Loyalty, we locked in, knocked out, man, like the first week or so. First night, man, we knocked out about 3 songs, bro, in about an hour and a half. The chemistry was crazy. It is crazy. Very genuine young man, father, very level-headed individual. My boy, Bo.
Appreciate that, man.
Man, listen here, man. Welcome back. Matter of fact, my man just got back from New York City.
Appreciate that.
On a 3-month hiatus.
Appreciate that.
He got ghost, boy. We thought we were going to put an APB out for you, my boy. You was gone, boy. But I saw you on Instagram.
Yeah.
I saw you outside in the cold.
Yeah.
I saw you on the sidewalk. I saw you on the subway. I saw you in the studio. I saw you in the offices. I saw you in the restaurants. I saw you outside, my boy.
That's real. Appreciate that.
Talk to us about it, man. First of all, tell people about you, man. Tell them who you really are. Where you from? What you buy?
All right, yeah, for sure. I appreciate that welcome as well. My name is PHeBo5a. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I grew up in a place called Conway, South Carolina. I'm an engineer, artist, manager, A&R, however, whatever job in music need to get done, I'm that guy. Really business. So that's kind of a little bit who I am.
And about business, bro.
Yeah.
I was just impressed because after we did the first couple sessions, a man just say, "Hey man, I'm gonna send you an invoice." hey, even after we vibed out and everything, hey, I'm gonna send you an invoice, man, like that. Boom, boom. So everything's covered, everything is straight. From the time you get in the session, you vibe out. But my man's about his business. He's also an artist.
That's real.
I mean, you've done a few genres from my understanding, though.
Yeah.
I mean, from R&B to gospel, to hip hop.
Yeah.
Man, talk about that, bro. How you get all that?
Engineering wise, it just comes from word of mouth. Honestly, I really don't do a whole lot of promo, so I'm appreciative of my clients that I do have because they do shed a lot of light and they do show a lot of love towards the craft that I have. So it just allows me to expand into kind of any genre that I want to be a part of. I done did country. I done did, like you said, R&B, Christian, gospel. Like, I feel like music is broad. And in order to be an artist, a complete artist, you have to be able to tap into other spaces that a lot of people can't tap into.
That's a fact. And I think, especially here in Carolina, man, you got a lot of artists. They scared to spread their wings like that.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that I always say, if you're an artist, there is not one lane for an artist.
No, it's not.
When it comes to inspiration, it comes from whether you're in pain, when you're feeling good.
That's a fact.
When you're going through some of the worst times of life, when you're at your highs. I mean, you get it from all those places. So it might be the most awkward beats. Like I've got into the habit of writing to any damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm from that era where if it go boom, boom, clap, I can rap to it.
Yeah.
If I hear the snare, I hear boom, I can rap to it. So I never be like, shout out Uzi Burp. He was like, man, you putting the old shit, man.
You were great though. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Little do they know,
we cooking. OG got me back outside, man. He's sharpening my knives, man.
That's all that matter.
Cause this dude, I mean, listen, but like I said, I had to give the attention to Bo because these guys got me back outside. Between him with the beats and the sound and the engineering, the OG Loyalty with the wordplay, the bars, the song structure, and the ideas. I just don't hear many guys in the city that's coming like this.
That's a fact.
They actually cooking. I mean, like a lot of cats today in the studio cooking, but between these two fellas right here, y'all, I mean, I'm in the kitchen with these guys right here. And I'm talking about, man, we always chefing up something.
Yeah.
When we start, we're amazed by the time we come to the end, man.
facts.
So I just want to appreciate y'all guys even letting me come into the kitchen like
Nah,
that.
I appreciate you for
Man,
even,
bro.
appreciate you for even joining.
Hey, bro.
You had a different element.
Hey, bro. From the 843.
Yeah.
Talk about being from the 843, man.
Man.
They from the 803.
Oh, you from the 803, but you done
live in
played.
the
Nah,
843.
so I grew up kind of like Wally here, OG
Same
Low
thing,
T.
yeah.
I grew up half of my life here in Columbia. After my mom died, then I moved to Conway, South Carolina, where I grew up until I was 18. Then I moved to Dallas, and then I moved all over for real.
Man.
So, but being from the 843 is like it's small. Conway's small. So everybody know everybody. I know everybody in Conway. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like supposed to know me.
Yeah.
So it's just small. I feel like it's a lot of family. It's a lot of family. I do think because it's so country, a lot of people don't get to see the opportunities that's outside of it, and they get confined and stuck in that one place. And being that we got Myrtle Beach right there, it's a tourist place, so it's like a lot of people don't feel the need to leave because they like everything come to us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
That's a fact. I share that sentiment with both of you guys. I'm from Florence, South Carolina.
Yeah,
born and raised. I've been in Columbia half of my life.
Yeah,
This is half in Florence, half in Columbia. And I still go back and forth.
Yeah.
So as many people know me here as they know me there.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
we have that in common. The guy Wally, man, this guy done lived. Oh man, bro.
Everywhere.
Well, no, I ain't lived everywhere.
I mean, but you,
I ain't no military kid.
but you know everybody.
Like the guy we had a guy on the couch, man. He had lived in Tennessee, and I did live in Tennessee briefly, just like 4 months. But most of my life, man, you know what I'm saying, left here, like you left at 10, I left at 7.
Yeah.
I left Columbia at 7, came back, I was 22.
Yeah.
And I'll be 47 in a month.
Bro.
And I hadn't left, and I spent about 3 years in College Park, Georgia. My 10th grade, 11th grade, half of my 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade year I spent in Georgia. And just kind of hadn't never lived there as an adult, just a kid.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't, like, just doing that, you know, most of the people I know from the Metro.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the people that I grew up with in Conway, like, a lot of them moved out of Conway. And then the ones that stayed, you know what I'm saying, I'm linking back with them, like, through Facebook and stuff like that. But we really don't know each other.
That's real, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we know each other from school, but but like, if you ain't seen me since, you know, like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, not gonna know you.
You're not gonna recognize. I'm a summer baby, so when we was in the 10th grade, I was 14.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me coming into like the 10th grade year and leaving, I left, you know, 14, 15 years old or whatever. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people, you know, if you ask them, do they know me at the beach of Conway, they don't know me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of my friends, you know, unfortunately passed away and shit. You know what I mean? A lot of them moved away. And I try to keep up with them and stuff like that, but you know, it's hard. But so I really don't know. I know a lot about Conway Myrtle Beach, but I know the young man version. Like, I don't know the adult version.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, what I do know is before I left, there's a lot of talent down there.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, me and this man link up. I've been seeing this man since he was little.
That's what I was about to get into.
You know what I'm saying? I've been
seeing
him and my daughter friends.
And my little sister.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And we got and my stepson, you know what I'm saying, was his best friend. And my stepson unfortunately passed away. And then, you know, when we was at the repast or whatever, I heard him having a conversation with my baby mama's brother. And I was impressed, but then I was like, man, he a little misguided, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, they were having a conversation about working for yourself.
Yeah.
And I get this a lot, so this is a good segue, but I get this a lot because I own my own business. So a lot of people like, man, you own your own business, man, that's cool, you know what I mean, man, you making money and all that, So when I was hearing him talk, and you know, he was talking to a guy that had been in the military his whole life. Because he left when he was 18 and he's still in the military. You know what I mean? So, you know, this man probably been in the military 30 years. You know what I'm saying? His wife was in the military.
He solidified.
You know, he started his nephews and nieces joined the military. You know what I'm saying?
Military family.
Yeah, so he had turned them into a military family or whatever. And so being one thing about military people, guys, and you know, we appreciate everything y'all do for us and everything, but they have a trained mindset.
Yeah.
So both of them was right. He was telling him, you know what I mean, like nobody could never make me wake up or tell me I gotta go somewhere for the weekend and do some kind of drill. You know what I mean? And I was just listening to him and I was like, the dude he was talking to, like, got money. You know what I'm saying? Out the military, like this nigga sitting at home with getting 8, 9 bands. So I see both of their point. Like he's like, okay, yeah, I'm trained, but you know what I'm saying? I'm making money too. And then he was saying like, you know, I couldn't never do that. You know what I mean? I'm an entrepreneur, blase, blase, blah. And then in between that whole conversation, dude asked him what he do, and he was like, I do music. And I was just listening to him, and at that time, my stepson was like, he was trying to encourage me to get back into the music because I had done like a few little videos, and he was like, man, you were like rap, like, you know what I mean? But you gotta, you know, you get better, you out of breath, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. He was just kind of like critiquing it. But he was like, you know, you need to get back into the music. Then he passed away, and it just happened that this man said he did music.
Yeah.
Then he said he was living in Colombia, and I said, what part of Colombia you live in? He said, Fair Road.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't live on Fair Road, but that's my set. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, that's where I grew up at. So, you know, I'm like, we just linked. And we started out like in my first house.
In the garage.
In the garage. And then we moved it into the house. It got cold. We moved into the house and the sound got better.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, I got better. And I think he knew everything.
No, I for sure got better.
But I think he got better.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, where I'm at and where I was when I first met him, well, not when I first met him, because I had seen him when he was a little kid, but, you know, I mean, I'm in my own zone. It was just like birthday parties and shit like that kind of stuff. But he was always around, though. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just never took up time with the youngins and shit. But, man, yeah, so we got in there. We just started talking and vibing and forming a brotherhood and, you know, or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And, man, music.
My OG, man. One of my OGs, man.
I mean, he done took me so far in 3 years. It's almost been 3 years, shit. I think we about like 2 years and 8 months or something like that. And shit, it been a ride, bro.
That's a long
This
time.
man done taught me so much musically and everything. He gets on my fucking last nerve. It's just the way young people move, though. It's nothing personal against him, but I'm around a lot of young people, and they all move the same, and it aggravates the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? No doubt about it. He's one of the most talented people I ever met in my life.
I appreciate that.
And I've been around music my whole life. And,
I appreciate that. And I'm going to say this before we go any further. I don't work with no artists that work as hard as you. I'm talking about every day. You cannot have nothing and be like, yeah, I got something. And that keep me in the groove. Like, that keep me sharp because I'm constantly being like, all right, I got to make sure. It's repetition. The more I do something, the more I keep doing it. If I'm doing it every day and not thinking about where it's coming from, it just becomes second nature. So
he's always there for me. And you know what I'm saying? I just want to... I know sometimes I get on your nerves, and we done had a few spats and stuff like that.
Nah, yeah.
But it come from love, you know what I mean?
It's all love.
I want you. I see the greatness in you, and I want you to be great. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
And like for like a long time, this man wasn't even dropping no music. And I said something about you on the last podcast. I said, you know what aggravated me about? I was telling the other dudes that was like hip hop.
Yeah.
And I was like, he probably see this and he gonna know I'm talking about him. Remember that conversation? I said that. But I said, man, these niggas be mad talented and holding on to the music, and I don't understand why they holding on to the music.
That's real.
And then
why you holding on to the music?
And then one day, like, I don't want to bring it back because it's old stuff, and then you know everybody back cool and stuff. But he had like a disagreement with some of his some niggas he was cool with and shit.
Facts.
And I watched this nigga drop a whole fucking album from fucking scratch.
Facts.
This nigga goddamn wrote, get right. I didn't even see him write nothing down. Like it was all in his head.
Facts.
And that's when I said, well, damn, I knew this motherfucker was talented. But I ain't know he was on some Jay-Z / motherfucking, bro, that shit was hard.
No, I appreciate that for sure,
hard. I sat there in the fucking, that wasn't it like in the morning when you heard about it? He was just like, man, fuck this shit, bro. Man, I'm about to drop an album. So I thought he was about to drop some old shit.
Yeah.
Like I done heard a couple little songs from him and shit, but like it was even like I think it was about a year or so before he even got on the song with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, I'm trying to earn a feature, you know what I'm saying?
No.
And like, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? I just don't hear this nigga like doing music. Like,
Yeah.
like every once in a while, he may have like an artist come through and he might say a little something, but never nothing major.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, I'm gonna drop an album, man. Fuck this shit.
Like that.
Man, by the end of the night, it was about like 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. He still was back there, man. That nigga had like 5 or 6 songs or some shit.
Yeah.
Man. And he engineered them.
That's called the gift for y'all that want to go check it out.
He not only said it like I've seen niggas that can freestyle songs real quick, but not only was it on point, sounded good, he had hooks, he had motherfucking he engineered. It's hard to engineer.
That's real.
I can't even do it. And I'm musically inclined. I can't engineer anything. And this nigga engineered the whole project. He had the whole shit laid out. I was like, this nigga right here is just different.
That's real. I appreciate that.
I was
Yeah.
like, this nigga here is different, man. And so I want to get out of that and get into, man, well, how you got started in music?
So for me, music always kind of been something that's been a part of my life. My mom, before she died, she did music. So like she was always singing. It's crazy. This is a full circle moment. It's crazy. I don't know if y'all remember, but next to that Mexican restaurant across from where we at, it used to be like a record store or something like that.
Place, yeah.
My mom used to.
No, it wasn't Manifest, but it was right here. I forgot the name of it.
It wasn't Peaches.
I used to buy some shit out of there.
Oh man, bro.
I don't know what it was called, but I know
Yeah.
she was always there, and I would always like be with her going there. So that's kind of always been a part of my life.
Right, I grew
And
up
then
there too.
as she passed, she actually before she passed, she was going to sign a Grand Hustle, but she passed away. So it's always been there. I started doing it in middle school. Everybody kind of knew me doing music in middle school too, but then I fell off and was focusing on other stuff. And then I came back to music when I my pops opened the studio up on the beach, and my brother was running it for a little bit. RJ, shout out to RJ.
Shout out to RJ.
And he was engineer. He went to school to engineer actually. So I was just going there. I didn't go at all. And I just went one day. He's like, yo, you trying to run this session? And I was like, dang, bro, I really just be trying to come and do my own stuff.
Yeah.
And so he was like, it just so happened though, I got into engineering because I knew everybody. So once everybody found out I engineered, they was like, so why we going to anybody else? Like, we know you. Like, so you know, we might as well come to you. So they was coming and I was engineering. And then through the process, I was still an artist. So I always wanted to do music first, but I don't think I was as gifted as I am now. And what I mean by that is I didn't perfect my sound. I didn't craft my gift that I was given. I was just I understood it was talent, and I was solely trying to depend on that to carry me. But as I got older, my voice started to change, the melody started to come, the confidence started to come, and then that just put me in a place where I was like, shoot, like I'm hard. Like I'm harder than a lot of people out here.
I seen it for what it was.
I started hearing I'm harder than a lot. And then I started working with bigger people. And then once I started listening to their stuff sonically on the engineering side and as an artist side, I started realizing like, oh yeah, I'm a problem. Like I can be a problem if I do what I'm supposed to do. So yeah.
And
yeah, facts. I will be. Facts.
So I know, you know what I'm saying, me and you like ran a little underground. We ran a little underground studio or whatever.
Yeah,
we seen a lot of artists come in.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like you being the engineer, what's holding South Carolina back?
Man,
because you dealt with a lot of artists.
Yeah, for sure. So my time in New York just confirmed a lot of stuff that I was already seeing within Carolinas. Like you said, it's a lot of talent, no doubt about it. One thing about Carolina, two things. They don't know how to conduct business. It's not professional. And what I mean,
we never had that answer before.
What I mean by it's not professional is it's unorganized. No one really. Everybody has ideas, and everybody kind of go to one person that's kind of already up or in a situation where they can make it happen, and they just expect it to happen. And so that holds us back in the sense of nobody really getting paid to do what they trying to do in the first place. Not only that, they allow other people to come into our state, our cities, collect the bag, and push on out.
Hey.
But Also, it's a
just
lot
said
of
that.
it's a lot of what I realized too, and I was talking to one of my homeboys, and it made it real clear for me being in New York. Like I could be in front of your face the whole time, and I could be whatever the world see me as. But if you only see me as, oh, this my homie, or this like, bruh, he do music, like that's all I'm gonna be to you. You're not gonna see the bigger picture. You're not gonna see like, yo, that man really at labels. Like you're not gonna understand that. Like you gonna see it, but it's not gonna be warm. It's gonna be more like I got more from my time like being in New York. I got a lot of love for sure, but I got more love from New Yorkers, Atlanta, than I am in my own state. And it's not, and I don't take it personal. I just look at it like this, like, shoot, they got to catch up. And that's one thing I really realized about being in New York too. Like, Carolinas are so far behind other states because we lack information. And a lot of people that hold the keys to the information, they would rather hold their nuts and not share it than to be like, yo, I can help you. Like I could put like shoot. For instance, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. Like Jet, Nico, like it's a lot of artists in the state. Black Zach, it's a lot of artists in the state that are talented that niggas don't put their arm around and be like, yo, come on, let's rock out. I ain't gonna lie, it's only one artist I've seen do that so far, and that's Trap Dicky. Trap Dicky, he getting on everybody's song. He pulling up to everybody's hood. He trying to tap in with all the podcasts, the interviewers, small, big. It don't matter how I look. And I feel like that's the type of drive, that's the type of energy you got to have when it comes towards the Carolina. Also, people got to get out of this mindset that we bigger than what we are. Because in the grand scheme of things, we don't matter to no one else outside of Carolina. And with that being said, it's like, we rather tear each other down than build each other up to the statue of Atlanta,
Man,
to a statue of LA. You know
around.
what I'm saying? That's all it
I
is.
want to put $1 in the
Yeah, facts.
collection plate.
Facts, though.
Man, I'm going to drink to that one, man. I couldn't have said that.
Yeah, facts,
you know, I
though.
was born with a speech impediment, man. And every time I get on this damn podcast, sometimes I stumble around on what I want to say just because I can't get my words with my mind to work together. That just come from, you know, but I couldn't have said it more perfect.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? That is exactly what I've been trying to say.
Yeah, facts.
That everybody tore me up about. But that is exactly what I've been trying to say on this damn podcast for the last 2 months.
On his ass about
Facts, though.
Speaking of facts.
That's cool. People hate the truth, though. And it's crazy because it's only not the truth to them because they don't understand how to make it happen or how to make it a reality. Yeah. As an artist in South Carolina and as an engineer, I'm speaking like from a place behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Like, if you're an artist, and I'm just saying this right now, if you're an artist and you're not coming to the studio every day, and you're not writing every day, you're not picking beats every day, you're not trying to shoot videos every day, just get out the way. It's not for you. And that's okay. Some people got to accept that. But for the ones that's actually taking it serious, coming to the studio every day, making sure they get their stuff mixed and mastered, making sure they're getting good cover arts, making sure they're showing quality videos, those would be the ones that you see get the most love. And what I also realized too, South Carolina became popularity contest. Who got the most ice, who got the most this, who got the most, and half of these niggas, to be honest, aren't rappers.
It's clicked up.
They just trappers that got money. They not rappers. They trappers that got money, and everybody riding them hard. So it's like you got no choice because you sit by me and all I'm talking about is this one person. You got no choice to be like, let me check this man out. And then you look at it. Even if you don't like it, you gonna like it just because everybody else liking it. So
they
it's like
put the money behind the bullshit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna eat the bullshit.
We need to get back to real music.
We eat bullshit every day because we see it on the commercial.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Say that I tell you.
90% of television is nothing but commercials that make you want to run outside or you just pick up the phone and DoorDash.
All commercials is designed to play you to, you know what I'm saying? To play you to what they want you to be a part of.
Facts.
And you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing different with the music. You know what I mean? When they throw the hood video up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got the Dracos and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Then that's the entertainment that everybody say. They may not want to see us promoting businesses like we did. Like shout out to the Fashion Kitchen. Like
shout out to Fashion Kitchen, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Fashion Kitchen.
Yeah, shout out my boy Kato.
They got all your footwear, shoe wear. Some good guys, man, that's doing something positive in the community.
Facts.
Man. I watch them niggas, you know, kids walking by here begging people for money, man. I watch them niggas like just straight up pull the kids in and teach them how to do better. So niggas just ain't out here getting money
Nah, yeah,
and
facts.
not teaching anything. But you know what I'm saying. But we did a video, and we don't have any guns, and we don't have any drugs, and we not pot. We don't have no big booty bitches and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So they not, and then we old as fuck. They're not gonna down support.
Facts.
Yeah, they're not supporting us like.
Not that y'all old, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I like being old.
Yeah.
At the point,
I embrace it.
Nah,
I
yeah,
embrace
facts.
it, bro.
I embrace it. And
Facts.
one of my songs, I said, man, it's cool to get older. Like that should be the goal to get to 40. It should be
the goal, bro.
Then your next goal should be to get to 50, because you know what I'm saying.
Nah, yeah.
A lot of us ain't getting out our 20s. You know what I'm saying.
I'm definitely happy. I'm surrounded by, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you, P-Rose for sure. Like
Right.
I said, I look at y'all as mentors. Like even if it ain't on the music tip, like I know I could call y'all for like anything. Like
Right.
shoot,
we
y'all done gave
definitely
me
have personal conversations.
yeah. So it's like that's a part of it.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, one of my greatest moments with you was, I mean, we done had some days where we just been kicked back.
Yeah,
Shit.
facts.
We done laughed, we done cried. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
You done cuss me out.
We done cuss. He don't cuss me back.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but he don't cuss me back.
I gotta respect it. You my OG.
He just stopped talking to me for like a few days.
I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah.
You just ignore your phone calls and shit, man. Fuck it.
Trying to understand it.
You know, but my problem is, like, my only issue with you is the same issue I have with a lot of young people. Like, it's only 24 hours in a day. I just question everybody's timing.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of time you on? You know what I mean? Because that's just, you know, I was raised by some hustlers, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? My mother was a hustler.
Facts.
It was in education, but she rose from, you know what I'm saying, working at J.C. Penney's to the first black head of guidance at Conway High School.
Shout out my dudes.
Yeah, and I mean, all the way down to, you know what I'm saying, when she retired, she was working at the school that, you know, gave her first teaching job, Whittemore Park.
Yeah.
Where it was West Conway when she was
Yeah.
there, but Whittemore Park, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to my moms and shit. Like, she foster parent, educator, you know, everything in the community. Like, you know what I'm saying? She the unofficial mayor, like all the kids was at my house. Like, I had to share my house with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Adults and kids.
That's good community
So I
work.
just grew up around people that you only got so much time in the day. I just hate to see wasted time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with his friend, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hate to see wasted time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you could have been doing this. And now that we work together and business partners, I be telling my daughter, like, hey, you know, you could have moved in this direction and it saved you a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of this, but you know what I mean? I've always been one that, you know what I mean, I speak from like a coach's, because I coach. I speak from a coach's standpoint.
Yeah.
And sometimes my words are harsh. Sometimes they come across
they need
wrong.
it though.
But
They
that
need
come
it.
with the age
Yeah.
also,
And
bro.
sometimes they come across wrong, and I've been trying to work on that my whole life. It just don't work. It's just me.
Nah, but that's
You know what I
needed
mean?
though.
Like,
That's needed for sure.
like even my little brother used to tell me, I'm just gonna let you talk to me, man. Like, he sounds just
I
like
got
that.
family
too.
members tell me all
But
the time,
yeah.
man, it's that tone, man.
Yeah, it's the
That's all
tone.
it is. Yeah.
I'm
It's
working
like-
on it.
It's like, but I'm a little nigga, so if I speak to you in a squeaky voice, you may not respect it. Like, I gotta add a motherfucker.
You gotta feel me.
Like Lauryn Hill said, I think she said one of my favorite lines, and she said, "Man, I gotta add a motherfucker so all these ignorant niggas can hear me."
Yeah.
And not calling you ignorant.
Nah, that's real though.
But sometimes ignorance is just you haven't grown there before. So it may look like ignorance to me, but you just haven't grown there before. So I had to say, hey, look here, motherfucker, like, what the fuck is this shit about? Like, what the fuck?
You doing that? You doing
Yeah.
that? I think for me is like because I'm surrounded by people all day that's like, all right, yeah, that's good. Like, oh yeah, that's good job.
You surrounded by a lot of people because you're the leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
when somebody else comes and be like,
Yeah,
yo, bro, you
yeah.
can do that. Like you said,
Yeah.
bro, you could have saved yourself a lot more time by just doing it this way.
And bro, all my OGs that used to do that for me, like my dad would cuss me the fuck out.
Yeah.
My dad's dead. My stepfather abandoned me.
Yeah.
Like when him and my mom got divorced, like he just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
facts.
know what that's about, but
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? But everybody that had a voice in my head disappeared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or gone. You know what I'm saying? Or in jail. I got a couple of old niggas that, you know, Vince. I got a couple of old niggas doing a lot of time, a lot of years. You know, Cato. life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And the crazy part is,
Right.
I don't even listen to a lot of people. I won't
Yeah.
even give a lot of people opportunity to even think they could try to come
Right.
talk to me like that. Not because I don't want to listen. It's simply because I understand what I'm trying to do, what I got
Right.
going on. So when somebody do stop me in my tracks and be like, "Yo, bro,
Right.
maybe do it
But
this
that-
way,
but
maybe slow
that's-
it down."
That's what we here for. That's the whole thing about the OG project is that the OGs is we trying to teach y'all like all the OGs dead and gone.
Facts.
All the OGs in prison, or all the OGs or some of the OGs that got rich and just don't want nobody to know they rich, and they just sitting back, just chilling and don't want to give you the information on how you should be a better businessman or how your timing should be better, or you know what I mean, or how you missing opportunities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So as an OG, I feel like if I don't tell you that, then I failed.
Nah, that's real.
Just because I came up, you know what I'm saying? That's because I got a business, or I came up, or I worked in the car business for 18 years, and you know, a lot of niggas done looked at me in the car, fuck owning my own business. I inspired a lot of people to be car salesmen, Marv. I inspired a lot of people. I inspired a lot of people to get into the auto industry. So you
That's
know what
real.
I'm saying? And I was just a salesman pumping pavement, and them niggas looking at me being able to go into a fucking bar and buy that bitch out, and I got a motherfucking 9 to 5, you know? Well, not 9 to 5, but, you know, 9 to 6 or so, you know what I'm saying? Working on Saturdays and shit, you know? But yeah, that's what the OG shit is all about, because all the OGs either don't want to step up or they dead and gone.
They scared,
Or they
man.
in prison, you know what I mean?
They scared of the younger generation
Man,
that's coming up. And not talk about y'all in particular, but I realized and I witnessed like the older people are scared to be like you said how you talk, like, yo, nigga, you need to do this way. Like a lot of my uncle in New York, like he talked to me. When I was up there, I had to like readjust. Cause I'm like, bro, like, hold on, I ain't used to nobody talking to me like this. Like, I'm a grown man. Like, you know, so I got a child, bro. So you gotta like kind of tone it down.
But I see you like with your peers. I see how you tough on them.
Yeah.
Like I see, you know, how you tough on Benji. You know what I mean? Like how you push Benji. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's because I genuinely care about them. And saying from your perspective, like I care. So it's like I know older people not saying nothing to them. I know younger people not really saying nothing to them. And if you around me and we hanging and we calling each other bros, we kicking it, we spending money together, you staying at my house, I'm staying at your house, I'm kicking it with you constantly. It's like at some point we gotta start calling each other. I got a friend right now, bro. He called me out like I could be at this man's house and he would say like I could put a chair sideways. He'd be like, yo, bro, like, why'd you do it like that? And so like I respect that, and I feel like that's where respect as men is earned, because it's like, oh, you're not scared to hold your tongue. Right. Oh, you care about what I got going on. I can respect that. Like I look at you like that my dog. Like, okay. So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
It's like that in the
accountability, man. Like you have to. If I'm gonna say I'm gonna put myself in a predicament to be in a circle with you guys.
Yeah.
How can I sit there and see you going towards the fire and not saying it?
That's real.
You know?
Right.
So like it's like I'm out jumping this shit with you. You know what I mean? So,
man, why
and we done had that conversation. I was like, bro, I see where this is going.
Man, Waleed,
there you go.
Man, Waleed, I ain't gonna lie, like Waleed, he don't even be understanding sometimes his position in my life. Like I think at times he think it's just like, oh yeah, we just work together. Nah, sometimes a lot of that stuff be like him allowing me to be able to create my own environment the way I see fit is key, because I'm not a person that's super accessible to everybody.
Right.
So the fact that I'm not accessible to everybody, I have a space where I don't have to be accessible to everybody. Even if I wanted to be, I don't have to be, because it allowed me to. It's a clean space. I know what's expected. I know what I'm expected of, and on top of that, I understand what he expect from it. So it's like I'm not about to. Like he seen me the other day talking to a nigga like, bro, like he had to tell a nigga like, yo, you can do something that I was like, nah.
You was like, nah. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I'm like, nah. And at this point, I'm
and that's just me opening up more. That's just me opening up the more of you. You know what I mean? You handling your business because you know what I'm saying. Like I handicapped you a lot.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
You helped me a lot.
No, I helped you out a lot. It's helped to me, but I felt like maybe you felt like at one period of time that it may have been a handicap to how you get your money.
It just allowed me to strategize differently.
Right. But my whole thing of that is just fear.
Yeah.
Like my fear of one day having to, you know what I'm saying? See, working on a car lot, you know what I mean, for all these years and shit like that is different from like my wife's an engineer, like her going to work, you know what I'm saying, and working is different from like me being on like a car lot or something like that, like where I'm not punching the clock, I'm going to do my work, and as long as I do my work, nobody's fucking with me.
Facts.
But it's different from me having to go out there and hustle up as an old man and run up and down stairs, chase after customers, do this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Go outside, open and lock cars, put stickers on cars and all that shit. As an old man, nobody wants to fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
So my shit is fucking like a motherfucker having a bad month. You know what I mean? Or this man, he making so much money that he don't want to put no money in your pocket. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, the car business is all love. Took care of me and my family. I raised 3 of my kids on car lot
Shout
money.
out Galliano.
And yeah, shout out to Galliano, man. Sold out to JT, but you know, that's some other shit. But shout out to JT too. You won in the end. But you know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is, you know what I'm saying, is I don't want to go back to that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't miserable as a young man. But it's miserable as an adult for you to be sitting and you can't see it. But I wear 2 knee braces from running up and down the stairs.
Facts.
I was a healthy young man, and I played basketball. Niggas know I played basketball in school and shit. And goddamn, you know what I'm saying, in the neighborhood and shit. And goddamn, I ain't never had no problem with my knees. I worked in restaurants for 4 or 5 years, managed restaurants, bartend, never had no problem with my knees. As soon as I start running after customers and all that kind of shit, that should just take a toll on your motherfucking body, you know what I'm saying? And it's not hard work, but you know what I mean? You sitting down and all you doing is thinking about, you know what I mean, damn. And you got no control over COVID, you got no control over the economy. When I was in the car business, we went through a bankruptcy, through a dealership bankruptcy. We went through.
It's crazy.
If I ain't got no control over how I make my money, you know what I'm saying? As an old man, what the fuck am I doing?
Facts.
Like an old man that already got. Now, if I make a lot of money and whatever, and then I go back to the car lot as a 50, 60, 70-year-old man, and I make my money, but I'm already a millionaire, that's one thing.
Yeah, facts.
Well, but if I got to depend on this to motherfucking eat, you know what I'm saying, and the motherfucker is fucking me up physically and mentally, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I can't shake that.
Gotta get out of there.
So a lot of my time with the studio, when we were running the underground studio, but we running it through a bond company. You know what I'm saying? So it's just hard for me to run a bond company when I'm getting people out of jail for marijuana charges, and then they come in my shit and they smell marijuana. I ain't had a motherfucker tell a judge, well, I don't know why he violated me for, because he fucking smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't smoke weed, but that's what he smell. You know what I'm saying? I eat this shit, but that's what he smell. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't loud up. I be high and don't have to loud up the place. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But you know what I mean? But that's nonetheless. But man, I just want to know, you know what I'm saying, since we talking about young people and stuff like that, who is the young artist that you feel like in the state that's hungry? I know you mentioned Trap Dickie, and I like Trap Dickie.
I like Trap Dickie.
I like Trap.
I like him for the fact that what he doing.
Yeah.
As far as what he trying to do, he putting the state on the map. Like, I have never seen an interview where they got to tell him, oh, so you are from South Carolina, right?
Nah, he's
standing.
You know what
I'm saying? Like,
he's staying on.
And that's what I appreciate. I don't care. He dope.
Yeah.
But I don't care if he was the wackest nigga alive. But
and we're gonna get on that too. But
you can't be. But you can't be from. You can't be from Charleston and then you go fucking goddamn to Atlanta for 10 years and now you know what I'm saying, you don't want to do nothing for the state.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I understand if you gotta leave the nest, but you gotta bring food back to it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that leads me to that. Like, who the young niggas that's popping?
So
we know you know.
Yeah, it's a few on the start off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Hov for sure.
All right, before you go on, Hov, tell us about Hov.
Talk about Hov.
Oh, all right. So
I don't feel like he get enough credit.
He don't get enough credit.
They had him. I pay attention to everything. They had the top 25 South Carolina artist list came out. He was like number 19.
Hov,
and I felt that was fucked up.
Hov, honestly, from being with him on a day-to-day and conversating with him on a daily, Hov really is a key piece to the Carolinas that a lot of major players that tried to keep out the door.
Mhm.
A lot of people that we know that's from Carolinas that's already up and try to keep my dog out the door. But it's like God always win. And God always know, you know what I'm saying, who it is. So Hov is an R&B artist. He got a hot song out right now called Poppin'. My fault. He done did songs with produced by Nico Baby.
Mhm.
He got a catalog. He don't work with artists Junior Hill. He don't work with Jetson Made as well. So he got a catalog. Trap actually one of his good friends. So
I heard a song with him today. I ain't gonna name the artist because I got a lot of respect for him, but he just straight up ate this nigga.
yeah.
On the track, but I ain't gonna name the artist, but just in case this shit blow it and get out there like
that. Nah, when it blows. So
when it blow, yeah.
So Hov is Hov don't get enough recognition. Hov not only is he an artist, Hov is actually, I would consider him an A&R for the Carolinas. And what I mean by that is it's a lot of favorite artists that the Carolinas done heard of that Hov done either they done not just Carolina, Atlanta as well. I done seen this, and whenever if somebody was asked, we can show proof of this as well. So this ain't nothing. We just saying just cause that's my dog. I'm saying this because I seen it physically. Like I seen him drop something and somebody come back a week later, 2 weeks later, and drop the same exact identical thing in the same location, the same attire and all. So it's like. He's a good person to watch and follow.
Carolina staple
for sure. We got a song called "The Fall Off." He tell you in it. He like nigga at the knock. I'm one of the ones that made it possible for all y'all to bump this Carolina sound. And then if I'm gonna keep it a band, I don't watch them in these rooms like popping it for Carolina. Like when we in these rooms, it ain't no we from Carolina. Like I done seen them. We from Carolina. He got a song right now that I mix and master as well out on Audio Mac and I don't even Carolina Baby. So if y'all ain't stream that, go stream that. So he got that going on. Another person. Who else I like from the Carolinas? I got artists from Conway, South Carolina, so I gotta shout them out. My boy 30 Side Glizzy, my boy Roller Vert, my boy Fed 1900 Fed, K Blow, the whole S&P. Like they got a whole little movement down there where they starting to take form.
I'm gonna throw another name out there because he owed me a feature. I got my deposit, nigga. Don't forget me. I know you out there and out there with NBA YoungBoy folk and all that. But Rari Boy Spin.
Oh man,
he dope. Come on, send my song back.
Hey, send my man song back for real.
Nah. He dope and shit like that. We got something in the works. Not with me, but one artist that I deal with.
I got some hard artists that a lot of artists I work with, I feel like they the hardest artists in South Carolina. And a lot of people know them. They just don't get the musical recognition that they deserve. So like Ray, one of them.
Ray, I like Ray.
He's crazy.
Ray was one of my favorites, but I just ain't heard nothing from Ray in a while. A lot of them hearing a lot of niggas.
That's cause we strategizing. Yeah, but Ray for sure.
Ray dope.
Benji, like you said, that's coming out of like
the
camp. RFN, they from Columbia, South Carolina. RFN, shout out Tizzy, shout out Weezy, shout out Pun. Like them my dogs too. Like so they got a movement going on. Shout out them boys. Who else I work with? Kick though. Like it's a. I don't work with every part of Carolina. Like I'm not a local engineer. I'm just starting to get more stationary, but I've been traveling the past 5 years.
Yeah, when I met you was a traveler.
Up and down the Carolinas, working with
engineer.
Working with talent from all over. GG, shout out GG.
GG.
Man, D Aiken. It's a lot of different artists from all over the Carolinas that I like. Personally,
I'm learning.
Yeah, so
I mean, we done had this conversation, but I know you've been moving.
I done heard a lot of these artists just being in the room with him for the last 2.5 years, and I like some. I like most of them, but you know what I'm saying. It seemed to be the work ethic. A lot of niggas getting caught up with why they don't want to work with this person because of some gang shit.
Yeah,
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. But the music brings about peace.
That's what it's supposed to be.
You don't see Snoop Dogg turn down any features with the game.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? He signed to Suge Knight.
Man,
come out with doggy style.
man,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
anybody around me, and I'm gonna put it like this, like plain and simple. Like I look at myself, if I was to like look at CEOs and look at people, like I take a lot of different pieces from everybody, but when it comes to the politics of the culture in terms of like within my state, within different sections, like I pride myself on trying to be a Suge-like individual, not because of the violence or whatever it may be, but just the connectivity that I work with everybody from every parts of every different set, family, whatever it may be. So I try to bridge the gaps that's in between those people because honestly, when I look at gangs, I really don't care about gangs. I ain't really like I done been there, done that. That ain't really my forte. To me, honestly, they ain't really standing on business how they supposed to be standing on business. So when it comes to the politics within music about a gang, I tell niggas straight up, simple. Like, if that's what you want, if you still on color banging, if you still on you can't get money with this nigga, then we don't need to be around each other. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. And I say that because I done been to Atlanta where I see Bloods and Crips working. I done been to the West Coast. I done been to New York where I see niggas with whole cliques. I done been to Texas with everybody from nigga GDs, folks, vice lords, everybody together. So it's like, why aren't we doing that?
Promote motion.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all it is. Like at the end of the day, we all trying to get some money. We all trying to put our family in a better position.
Yeah.
And we killing each other and killing the position and not putting ourselves in the best position that we could be in. Like we never know who opened the key to the doors that we trying to open.
Well, what I like to say, first of all, what I like to say about when it comes to that kind of shit is before colors, before sets, before crew, before hoods, you a man.
For sure.
And like I said, you can rep all that shit.
For sure.
But you gotta be a man first, bro. And when that's what it's standing on business for. Sure. You can walk in any backyard. If you know how to be a man. Cause guess what? That's about having respect for what other niggas got going on.
Alone too now. Alone too.
My whole thing is, you know what I mean? I said something about one of my managers that put me back on after I was fired from my job or whatever. I had a manager that put me back on. And he said something that motivated me to get out of the business and do my own thing. And I kind of threw it. It wasn't shade, but you know what I mean? Somebody might look at that as shade to someone that gave me a second opportunity. And he threw some shade, and I threw a little, you know, because what he said did motivate me, and what he said made me feel a little different or whatever about him. But he also did something that I was very impressed with. And it probably just came from him, you know, being a poor boy out of the trailer park in West Columbia, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That, you know, would tell you to this day, started out on West Columbia driving a trash truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he did something that stuck with me through life. What he said to me stuck with me through life, and it motivated me to be better. But he also did something in life that motivated me to also be a better businessman, was that when he came in the door, Galliana, back to Galliana, shout out Galliana, because that
shout out Galliana.
That took 18 years of my life.
Standing on business, 18 years.
Yeah. 20 years in the car business. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm about 47, so I spent 20 years at, you know. But what he did is that Galliana never had a black manager.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My first 10 years there before I got fired, because I worked there 10 years straight, and then I got fired for like 6-7 months.
Yeah.
But when I got fired, he wasn't there. He had already left.
Yeah.
And then he came back. They hired him back. When he came back with a whole nother mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I think the first 10 years that I worked with him, he was just kind of being held back. But when he came back, he got like the full key to the dealership, like, okay, do what you need to do to make us better, to make me money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What he did, man, he came back, man, he hired 3 black managers. Straight up, like and basically it's this right here. And I think he figured this out. You know what I'm saying? And well, I think he never had figured that out a long time ago, but he never did have the power to make that happen.
Yeah.
But then I think when he went to and let's go back to Hood and Clicks.
Mm-hmm.
So follow me. When he went to Charleston to Hendrix, he went to Charlotte to Rick Hendrix.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Rick Hendrix, the motherfucker is as white as that car right there. But this man don't give a fuck about that white-black shit. So we talking red, blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about he don't give a fuck. We in the South.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck about that white black shit. So this man came back and he brought one of the best finance bad credit type finance, and I can't think of the term, but you know he brought that guy in. One of the best people, still one of the best people at doing helping people that got
Advisor?
bad credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A
Advisor?
finance guy that can help you do finance manager that can do bad credit or whatever. He brought that man in. That was a black man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then he brought, he brought my homeboy Cliff in. He was a black man.
Shout out Cliff.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Cliff, a good big brother.
Yeah.
He brought another black man in to the used car department, and he was a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like at one time he was like pretty much the desk had 3 black people I had never seen. And then one of the finance managers, Mo, shout out to Mo, he was a black man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at one time, like, you know what I'm saying, you got all these, you know what I'm saying, you got all these black managers and you had never seen black management for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you get this man, get the key to the city, and he bring in, black leadership.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because because it's not, even you, and not to say this to him, I mean, he's a good guy. But, you know what I'm saying, these people get in these rooms and stuff and they start talking like how we talk red or blue, and the black people talking red and blue and sets and neighborhoods and all that kind of shit. The white people is putting the people in the position that's making the money.
Yeah, they don't care about
It's
that.
about the dollar.
It's about the
You know
dollar.
what I'm saying? So that's what I said in one of my records, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about the only gang sign I'm throwing up is the S with the 2 lines.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only sign I'm throwing up. So you got to get over the fact, you know what I'm saying, that this man may wear this or this man may wear that, or this man from this hood and this man ain't from that hood, and just fucking come together.
Yeah.
And I've seen this man right here bring the city together. But then I do see like some of the niggas fall back because they reluctant to be the cross pathways. What, like I used to tell him, I used to be like, man, this motherfucker, he just have 3 motherfuckers walk through here with machine guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When white people walk by
Yeah.
and they walk in the building, they don't walk in the building with 3 machine guns.
Nah, you're
They don't
facts.
feel that threatened about that.
They're not threatened.
The most threatened that they may feel about this man is this man may come and take his job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't feel threatened about this man may come take his life.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the mentality as a African American, as black men and women also, because women shooting up shit too.
Facts.
And they
Oh,
banging
man.
and they doing fighting on Fridays and Saturdays and doing all kind of crazy shit, cutting each other and doing all kind of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, the LGBT community. You got you got gay groups against this gay groups and
Everybody fighting.
Yeah, everybody fighting.
Everybody fighting. Everybody fighting.
Everybody
And we
wants
should.
smoke.
Everybody wants smoke, and we should be getting some of this money because it's out here.
It's a whole lot out here.
But we giving it, you know what I mean? We giving it to the lawyer. The only black man that we making rich right now is damn funeral home.
Oh,
rich.
man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Facts.
only.
That's facts.
If you got a mortuary in the black community right now, you probably a multi-millionaire.
Facts.
If you're looking to get into any kind of business right now, and it's sad to say, you know what I'm saying, where, with a Lattimore Funeral Home in Conway, I remember my homeboy Raheem used to his granddaddy had rules. His granddaddy was rude.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, before he could come out and play back in the day on Granger Road, before he could come out and play with us, he had to go in there and do his chores and shit.
Yeah.
So everybody was like spooked about going into the mortuary thing, so we used to wait outside for him and shit.
Facts.
but he come outside from doing his chair. They might only have, they ain't got nobodies there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they may have the old people may die here and there. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. But now the whole damn everybody building up funeral homes because it's needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sadly, you know what I'm saying? That's the people that's getting rich in our community. Is they not, y'all not getting rich off rap because y'all beefing too hard. A lot of y'all niggas that can really rap is going to prison.
Well, unfortunately, let me tell you the conversation I had with a lot of young people, because they think this is a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm 46 now. Shit, it wasn't per se like in South Carolina as bad,
Yeah.
but you had spots.
You had
Like
spots.
when I was
Right.
growing up in West Florence, South Carolina,
Right.
Yeah.
you had Jamaicans, you had the trap
Yeah.
niggas around there, and I recall many shootouts.
Right.
From another side of town, you had the 8-ball posse. You had the violence was crazy, but it was pockets.
Yeah.
Right.
We just in a time now where everybody's on the same
Everybody
time.
on
Everybody.
And I always said New York, California, and Florida
Right.
was on this time 30 years ago.
Facts.
Now the world is on New York, California,
Man,
and Florida time.
I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not a lot of people that I know personally that's in my age range, that's younger than me. Heck, some that's older than me that can go to New York, walk the streets every day, and not encounter anything that's not supposed to be encountered. And what I mean by that is a lot of the tough guys per se that we have here, a lot of the cliques that we have here that supposedly are big to other individuals. If you out there walking on the streets in New York, if you out there walking in Cali, if you out walking in Atlanta, like you're not gonna really make it.
You can't go nowhere.
Right.
And for one, in New York, automatically it's people that got guns, but you can't have no gun in New
Yeah,
York. So
yeah.
that means you gotta, if you come into a situation,
You gotta fight.
you
it
gotta
out.
stand on business.
You gotta
Like,
stand on business.
so I was in a situation out there where a nigga tried to stab me in Queens on the train station. Like, I never experienced another grown man telling me they gonna do something to me. So that put me in the mindset where it's like, you gonna do what? But out there, that's normal. So I had to get on the program quick. Like I
You was
had
in
to,
the Bronx.
yeah. I was in Queens. I was in Queens for
Queens,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Queens.
Shout out.
Shout out to Bronx. I was in the Bronx.
Nah. Queens, I ain't gonna lie. Nah.
Where?
Queens, I'm keeping it bad. Queens, y'all got some of the best women for sure. In terms of, beauty or whatever
Queens
that may
get the
be.
money.
Queens
Long
definitely,
time,
you know
no
what I'm saying?
cash.
Yeah.
Caught
Hey,
up in the hustle with a guns go blast.
yeah,
A
but
fool retaliated, so he had to think fast.
facts.
He pull out his fist first, he pull out his teeth last.
So who the
Now
fuck
who
you
the think is living to this day?
Facts.
Trying to say these young niggas crime don't pay.
Yeah.
They look at me and say, why these niggas don't play? Do your thing, I do mine, kids, get out of my way.
Fact.
God. Damn, they told us this shit.
Hey, we get my head
And
now.
see,
My beat told us this shit 30 years ago,
and
bro.
that's a
Hey, he just brought it up.
that's a fact though. So it's like if you and people always use this. I heard 50 Cent say this. Even the people that I got from my church that's from New York, they said this. They straight up told me like, if you can survive in New York, and I was in New York,
Survive anywhere, I
you
heard
can
that.
survive anywhere.
It's a fact.
And that's a fact. And it's because the everyday movement of
the
New
jungle,
York,
bro.
it's
Right.
the jungle.
It's the jungle.
Everybody apes out there. Everybody standing tall. Ain't nobody backing down. Everybody hungry in terms of like this music thing that we take for granted in Carolinas. Oh man, that's why.
But you know why they hungry? They trying to get it back.
But that's why.
They the Mecca.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of labels aren't looking this way. That's why a lot of scouts not looking this way because it's like they got all this in front of their face.
Right.
Yeah.
So in order for you to even get on that radar, you have to be one in their face, which is hard to do because a lot of people don't know where to go, how to do it. Or two, you just have to simply be it. And a lot of people don't know how to be it. So it's like you can't really teach somebody what it is. It is just it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You gotta embody that.
yeah, that's something that I'm seeing. So it's like we need to get off that click posse stuff. We need to get on, like you said, the only thing
It's
that
money.
matters is money. Like I can not like you and disagree with your opinions and still, heck, we disagree all the time. But that don't stop the fact that we understand that there's a bigger goal, there's a bigger objective
We
at hand.
understand the game.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in the game as a young man in Atlanta, GA.
Yeah.
It's like I told that story over here. You know what I mean? I've been signed before.
Yeah.
I've been around people that are considered legends. Well,
Yeah.
actually, their siblings was running shit. You know what I mean? They were giving them something to do.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But shout out to that, man. That's what it's all about, man. Try to put your siblings in your crew in position. You know what I'm saying? But I've been around, and then I left the game, and then when you reintroduced me to the game and how the game play,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's the same game. You know what I'm saying? It's
Same game.
Right.
It's the same game.
Game don't change.
The difference is that, you know what I'm saying? down here, I don't know about anywhere else because this is the only place I've been for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, longer than that. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't been to Atlanta. You know, I mean, I've been to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hadn't chilled in Atlanta since I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 47. That's almost 30 years. So, you know what I'm saying? The game is the same. And, they say that, the faces have just changed.
That's all it is. The players.
The players done changed, but also, like, the sound's supposed to change.
Yeah, facts.
But the whole thing about it is that it's just like niggas, they caught up in this streaming shit. They don't understand what it takes.
Nah, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be hard for them to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't understand the formula, if you're not doing the actual footwork of the game, you're not gonna win because there's a lot that go into it that a lot of people don't. That's all it is, and it's bigger than just the hot song.
One hot song, they're gonna make $1 million, and they're gonna be gone.
It's big.
You know what I'm saying?
Than just
it's
the
gonna
hot
make
song.
$1 million. It's gonna make $1 million. It's gonna be gone. What can you do with that $1 million? You know what I'm saying?
You might not even, and to be completely honest, you might not get that $1 million, and it's because what I go back to saying earlier, like we don't know as Carolina. We don't know business.
So you've been up there, and I seen you up in New York and everything, going into the labels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of deals are they like offering? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it like you're streaming your merch?
Yeah. A label gonna offer you what they feel like you worth. And in terms of, and what I mean by that is, if you don't come bearing value or bearing some type of tangible item that allows them to be like, you know what? I see this going farther than where it's
doing
actually
the footwork yourself.
Exactly. So, like, for instance, I'm shout out my boy Hove once again. So, in this scenario, Hove, I've been with him. I watched him over the years, even before we got together. Like, I did my research. Like, I watched him do his actual footwork. He's a person that I've watched take his money and put into music, whether it was paying for his whole band to travel, his whole, you know what I'm saying, everybody flights, like whether it was that type of level or whether it was just something simple as, sure, we about to just do this small listening party at downtown. Like, so I watched him from many different angles. So what I think artists need to start doing is getting more information from the people that actually have the information. And once you do that, I feel like then it'd be easier for you to move or do whatever you need to do music wise. So, and like I said, it's just bigger than for me. It's bigger than music. Like, even this podcast, this is a part of music for me, but this is not music. But it's all pushes the agenda of music.
It all should be bigger than just music.
Exactly.
You go to the NBA, you got to know it ain't just about the game.
Nah.
It's way deeper.
Nah, they trying to fill up them seats. They trying to get them folks to buy jerseys. They trying to get you to buy them beers, them endorsements. That all that money they spent on that auditorium, they looking for that night in, night out.
That's it.
Yeah, they ain't trying to make nothing less than what they put in. They trying to get that.
And even one of the biggest parts.
Yeah.
I talk about this often, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going back to men being men.
Yeah.
Standing on business, being about your word.
Yeah.
And this goes to, I don't give a damn if you in the street.
Facts.
I don't give a damn if you doing your 9 to 5. When you put your name on it,
yeah,
you have to stand on it.
Gots to.
It's like, if I say I'm going to do it right, you have expectations.
Yeah.
You get a job and you say, I'm going to do such and such for 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
But then you show up and do 2 hours of work and you hire for 6. You know what I'm saying? You cannot expect. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it so 100 with you. I feel like me being so young with that mindset has allowed me to overcome and see certain things differently. And what I mean by that is I understand. This is me being personally. I'm not going to nobody's job for that. I don't want to give 12 hours out of my day to somebody's job when I can make either the same amount of money or more money.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Mike said, when that conversation we had when Trey passed,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
If that's your lane.
Nothing wrong.
Like, you can make a really good career.
Make it work for you.
And then some people that become entrepreneurs, they back in the workforce within 18 months.
That's the scariest part about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And
But the thing about it is that you've been doing it a while.
Yeah, facts.
You got you.
I'm
see
going on
what
9 years.
Yeah, you see what worked for you and what don't work.
Yeah,
for you.
facts.
A lot of people want to jump in this, and I know I cut in on this, but I want to explain this.
Yeah.
But when the PPP came out,
facts.
I watched from 1 in and 2 knots to Benedict. Everybody popped up businesses. Everybody popped up businesses. They got 10 grand, 20 grand, and they went into business and they didn't realize how much it takes to run a business.
To run a business.
Exactly. The mentality you got to have to run a business.
You got to be a shark.
And you got to have knowledge. Either you got to have an internship like I did. I spent 18 years in a business and watch somebody run a successful business for 18 years.
I did an internship too.
And it took me that long to click because in them 18 years, I tried to run a few businesses while I was working there and they wasn't successful.
Facts.
And then the only one that I had that was successful, the IRS kicked the door down and gave me a $25,000 fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though that was successful, in the end, the money I made, I gave it all back.
Paid it back.
And caught a charge. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're doing. If it takes you that long for working for somebody else, work for them.
Facts.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong. That's still like you running your own business.
Facts.
Because you got to get up in the motherfucking morning. You got to go in and don't get it fucking twisted.
You stable too.
Niggas that own McDonald's follow orders.
Yeah.
I own my bond company. I own 100% of my bond company, but I've got to follow the guidelines of the person that's giving me the money.
Vice versa.
I don't own the insurance company that's providing me with the money. So if I don't do what the insurance company does, then I just got a bond company that I'm financing myself that I don't have no help with.
So now I know how you look at nigga. I'm a boss.
Yeah.
I'm a boss.
I mean, being a boss, sometimes being a boss is getting up in the morning working for somebody and coming home and people that work commission and people that work serving. I started out serving and bartending, and I get what he's saying, but sometimes I want you to see that it works for him.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Sometimes in business, what Mo Jack is doing works for Mo Jack.
Yeah, facts.
Shout out Mo Jack.
What Corey's doing works for Corey. What Knock Knock is doing works for Knock Knock. What V and Envy, what she doing works for her. But sometimes you got to be that. I have a bartender friend that worked for Red Lobster for 20 years.
Yeah.
Now all of the famous people, shout out to Ant, all the famous people in this town, when they have an event and all that kind of stuff, the senators, people that run the golf courses, people that do this people at Wildwood, the owner of the BMW, you know what I'm saying? All of them, when they want somebody to do their private party, they call him. You know what I mean? So yeah, now he's the boss, but they would have never knew who he was if he didn't do that stint at Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's I was going to say that too.
Man, that was nice.
I also look at it too, like when it comes to, I look at it like this. I wouldn't be able to be a boss if it wasn't for my clients.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to still have business if it wasn't for my clients. So I appreciate my clients. I think about this. I was on a train the other day thinking like, dang, bro, I'm going on like 9 years of like
being in business.
You know what I'm saying? Doing music at a high level, like, and it's crazy to me. I'm still I still have clients. I got long-term clients that I've been having. Mm-hmm. I got new clients, like, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And to me, sometimes that's overwhelming because it's like, dang.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
go
ahead.
Business?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So, are you signed to a major label?
No, I'm not.
You have music out there though,
yeah,
that people can go to and refer to, right?
Yeah.
But you're not signed as a major artist, right?
No.
So, can you tell the people that now you're a very talented person?
Yeah.
But even as talented as you are, you're not signed to a major label.
Yeah.
So how do you make your money in the music business?
So for
how have you been successful in the music business?
So for me, knowing that I want to become an artist, that go back to what I was saying earlier, being an engineer.
That's what I want to get at. You're an engineer, right?
Yeah.
So there are other avenues in the music business that you can take besides being an artist.
I manage our artist development, and I find my joy in sitting with an artist. Like I got an artist right now. Shout out my boy Fett from Conway. Right. I remember I think he been rapping like 10 months now. I think 10 months now, right? I remember he first came, he was like, yeah, I want to rap. Boom, 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 boom. And at this time, he was a young kid. Like I think he was like 18, maybe 17, 18. I was looking at him, like, I'm like, dang, bro. I'm listening to his voice. I'm like, dang, bro, you might can rap. Like, I never know. And I ended up, what I do with the artists that I work with, like, I don't just work with artists that come every once in a while. Like, I lock in with my artists. So, a lot of time, I built a studio at my grandma's house.
Right.
So I was at my grandma's house, and I just had them in I call it the dungeon. Niggas would pull up, sit for hours, and I'm talking about we was working, like working. When I look up, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, like I like to help and like how we had these conversations, like you being my mentor, my mentor, like telling me what I do that with a lot of artists that I work with as well. But sitting down,
I see that.
Sitting down, actually knowing them, getting to know them, and trying to figure out words for them. I watched this man in 10 months go over 300,000 streams on YouTube. He calling me now like, yo, they trying to book me for shows, but you know what I'm saying, like doing interviews, like I'm watching them, like videos, like I'm talking about, I'm just watching it.
And I'm gonna plug you because like what you saying about your man, one person you work with that I see everywhere right now, 1K Pew.
Oh yeah, Few, that's my dog.
Is
like,
that how you said Few?
Few, yeah, Few.
1K Pew.
Few my dog. Shout out to him. He dang Few. I actually met. What's crazy is Few always kind of like been one of my favorite artists. And I ended up when I did my internship at Reach, I ended up he signed to Reach, so I ended up meeting him like just on a humbug, and I was like, dang, it's crazy. I still got the messages and all, but it's crazy. It's like I sent a message, was like, yo, bro, I really appreciate the music you make, like you bridging the gaps between the streets and the church, bro. And I respect that because it's like that's what's needed. There's no middle ground. There's no bridge. It's either here or here. And not saying that there is an in between, but
should be.
There should be. And what I mean by that is, in order for someone to travel from dark to light, how are they going to get there? You get what I'm saying? If I just say go right there and you'll find light, that's not really instructions. So instructions with me, this how I look at it, is in the trenches with artists every day, with these people every day. Tell them like, yo, bro, maybe do this. And you start seeing as they might not understand it now, but you start seeing over time the little small things that you were saying to individuals, it started coming to fruition. And a lot of my clients, I'm proud to say there's a lot of my clients that were once in the street life or were super active in the street life at a young age. I can say like the conversation I have with them as grown men now, I tell them every time I see them, and they tell you like, I'm proud of y'all boys, like, cause I remember you you leaving the studio, getting in trouble, getting locked up for a year, me not seeing you, then you come back out, we had the same conversation, we fix it, and then you do it again, and we fix it again. Like, I remember the process and the steps that went into it.
Right, and give you your flowers. That's one thing that I admire about you is like, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen the Benji come in, you know what I mean? And now Benji can engineer, can get through a session.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Can engineer a session.
Yeah.
I seen, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out my boy Weezy.
A raw talent like Weezy.
Yeah.
That had the talent that you showed him how to do it.
Beast too.
And
Weezy a dog, bro.
Weezy a dog. Shout out to Weezy, man. I see Weezy sit there and record himself and stuff like that. And I don't know if it is all got to do with you, but from the 2.5 years I sat there, I seen niggas come in raw. And man, they can do a lot, you know what I'm saying? And
I look at it from the perspective.
A lot of niggas hold the information.
And I appreciate it. I look at it from the standpoint of it ain't nothing stopping me from being great if I tell you or help you. Like at the end of the day, I'm just a big believer in numbers. So if let's say like prime example, I was in New York, right? But because me and Weezy built a relationship, we was able to sit there and talk and learn how to do certain things together. We was able to, was able to build. He was able to take on that load, and that lightened a lot off of me. It helped me as well, and then it also kept y'all in rhythm. It kept the people that I value in rhythm. So when I do return, you not having to restart or reboot. It's like, nah, you left with either the same thing to me or right there.
And then like Weezy in the camp, but like we work with some niggas outside of the camp.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
The
like
chemistry, the energy.
It's not.
Like I think he worked with some, a couple engineers, and I've worked with a couple engineers.
Yeah.
Since you was up in New York, 3 months?
Yeah.
And like it's not the same like the working with you and Weezy. Like the other niggas that I work with, like, you know what I'm saying, they don't have the work ethic, they don't have the respect, they don't have the time, you know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing with it, man. Is and you know what, before we get off to everything, man, I want to give you the flowers too.
No, I appreciate that.
Another thing I want to give you flowers on, not just being a teacher
Yeah.
and someone that's a lot of niggas want to hold the information because they scared of somebody one day being better than them, or they're gonna lose their clients, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of niggas get caught up in this music shit. Is politics.
It's all politics.
And a lot of niggas get caught up in that shit. And I've known that since I was 16, 17, running around Atlanta doing shows, trying to get on and shit.
Yeah.
And man, but my thing with you is I just want to share with the people. We done been through some pain and shit.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying, with Trey and
facts.
You know what I'm saying, and we talk about your moms and shit. You know what I'm saying, like we get personal. I talk about my daughter. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we made a song that was supposed to be good, and it turned out bad for both of us.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So you know what I mean. We
Love
done
you,
been,
Mama Sue.
Yeah, we done been through some shit, and
Yeah.
then you know what I'm saying. Then we just go through life episodes. Through you know what I'm saying. Situations with ladies and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, we offer up different different scenarios, but so I started it and I got off the subject. So October the 17th, 2022.
I would put a date out.
October the 17th, 2022, around about 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock
in the afternoon.
Okay.
My most fondest, one thing that no matter how much we get on each other's nerves or how much we might disagree, like being business partners, because business partners disagree.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or no matter, you know what I'm saying, when you become a mega superstar, and I can still be sitting here doing the insurance business and running a bond company.
Yeah.
And I'ma always remember this day. Is that we was in the studio. And then we dropped the song, you know what I'm saying? I came in and I sent you the beat or whatever.
Yeah.
I started rapping the song, and we was probably about the middle of the first word, and you clicked off and you was like, yo, bro, did your grandmama just die?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, my grandma just died like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So my grandmama died that day, October the 17th, 2022.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I was in her yard and everybody's going through it and doing the shit like that.
Yeah.
I called him and I was like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm at the stew or whatever. I said, yeah, I'm about to come through there. I sat on the couch for a little bit, gathered my thoughts, sent him a beat. I said, man, let's record something. We put it on. And then we just sat there and we got through that song and shit. And it was a good song. You know what I'm saying? Probably I think I did about it wasn't one of my best streaming numbers or whatever, but I think I did about 15K on that song, through all the little things. And it was just about my grandmama and shit.
Yeah.
And then he recorded that shit and we just vibe, man. And I think you expected me to be a lot more tore up about it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I did have a moment the day before she died. So the day that she died, I just wanted to celebrate her.
Yeah.
And then you made that happen, and it was one of my favorite songs that we ever did. And we probably done. I think we probably
over 100.
Oh yeah,
over 100.
We in the 150s now.
For sure, over 100
yeah,
for
we
sure.
was 100 a year ago. Remember I told you about a year ago? I said, bro, we done did 100 songs together.
Man,
and them the ones that I ain't lost, because I lost a lot of songs on my phone and shit. But we did a lot of songs. It's 6 albums out there with with at least 10, 12 songs and shit.
And that's crazy, man.
And I'm gonna stop you right there too, because for me, that's all music about for me. Getting those calls and being put in that situation, because it's now I have something more outside of music to offer, and a lot of my clients, I think
it was
that's
therapy.
I think that's why we continue to pick up and continue to work, and it's a that right there brings me the most joy. Like forget the music. I really I care about the music, but
that's when music is at its best.
Yeah.
When it's real, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of shit that the game missing now is it's just about what everybody else talking about, and some people switching up the sound. They got the auto tune, they got this, they got that, they got the mumbling, they got this, they got that. But a lot of it is you know what I'm saying, is emotionless.
Yeah.
If that's a word.
They just trying to make the money.
Yeah, they
just trying to make the money.
It's a money thing.
Yeah.
But real makes money too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, you know what I'm saying, just real. And not to get off of subject, but it does pertain to that. As I just watched the interview Dame Dash, and I think Dame Dash is just a hating ass nigga now. You know what I'm saying? Hating, bitter ass nigga. And a lot of the shit he said,
man,
real.
He rightfully got
a lot of the shit,
you don't see where he went wrong.
You know,
but a lot of the shit,
get into that too.
a lot of the shit that he say is real.
Yeah.
But he should have said, why is he saying it now? He never said it when he was downgrading niggas and doing his thing.
Man.
He never said it in 1999 when the Rock was on top. He never said it in 2003 when Paid in Full came out and he was doing his movies and shit like that. But now he claims he's giving us the information.
He thought that money was gonna roll in.
He never gave us the information.
It's like I just saw somebody post something.
Right.
This dude said, ask these women about their intuition. So
yeah,
y'all
facts.
have women intuition, right? Like, hell yeah.
I asked women
They're
about
like,
that.
well, how come y'all don't know when the man is hurt, when he's not happy?
Facts.
This man's not happy.
What I'm saying is the whole time you in the mix, you so busy doing you ain't understood when your damn business partner was fucked up about your move. Because you were so into you.
No,
you put a president in position.
Right. But what his thing, but his thing with Jay-Z thing is just with any business partner, is that we came in together. But now, you know what I'm saying, I got to reevaluate our portfolio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now that I look at my portfolio, I'm carrying the fucking company. You know what I'm saying? So when my time is up, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna make my move. Now did Jay make us do a sneak move?
Yeah, he did a sucker move.
But that was the only way. That was the only move he could make to get around a nigga like Dame, because Dame wasn't gonna go for it. Him coming to him and saying, being straight up, being real with him and say, hey man, it's time for me to move. Dame would have put a move on him and he would have been stuck.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
It was definitely simple. Dame had to do is chill.
He didn't know how to.
He didn't know how to.
Harlem, son.
I say, I realize.
But even if he chill, Jay-Z's the kind of businessman, and Jay-Z was in the rooms. See, the people that Jay-Z was in the rooms with wasn't in the same rooms as Dame, because they didn't want to be in the same room as Dame, because Dame was arrogant.
Yeah.
He was loud.
Yeah.
He was mean.
Yeah.
He was obnoxious.
I don't want to come no business me. You tell me F me.
So he's going on interview dissing Leor Cohen.
Yeah.
And Leor is the fucking man at
Shout
this
out
point.
that boy Leor.
So you know what I'm saying? So fucking goddamn Jay-Z, instead of dissing Leor, it's always a white man that's gonna give a black man the blueprint. But he's not gonna give it to everybody. But he always got that one trusted friend that he will give you the blueprint to the whole shit. Now he's not gonna go around and teach a fucking masterclass.
Nah, he not.
But he will get that one trusted black man, and that goes back to slavery when a white man confined with, he wouldn't tell his motherfucking wife his most deep secrets, but he would tell, you know, his assistant house nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I'm not calling Jay-Z a house nigga, but it's just what white people do.
He's a house nigga.
They pick, no, he's not a house nigga.
Nah, Jay-Z's a puppet.
But Jay-Z, I don't think so. But Jay-Z will pick out, but Leo picked out the one white guy that's on the boat that he could confine with. See, Dame was kicking that. Man, the black man, we making all you the fucking money.
Yeah, facts.
And it may be true, but
that's a fact.
But you gotta play the game.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what hurt me a lot of years, is I just didn't know how to play the game, or refused to play the game. And I didn't play the game, and I came out right. But a lot of niggas that don't play the game don't come out right. So this nigga came out and he fucking goddamn told Jay-Z, you know, man, he told him just like a Jew, no disrespect to the Jews, but just like a Jew would tell his son. Like this man is making a ton of money off of you. He don't rap. You know what I'm saying? He's not smarter than you. He don't have the. If you decided to walk away, everybody that meant something to the company would go along with you. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand you. They don't understand him. You know what I'm saying? And he told him, and what Leo told him was that Dame was sneaking behind his back trying to boost up Dipset instead of Jay-Z, the people that they put on together, because him bringing in Dipset was going to be all Dame's money and had nothing to do with Jay-Z. They were just going to give him a cut. So Dame was trying to undercut. Dame was trying to no, let me tell you, let me finish.
Business,
because I know this for a fact.
It's a power play.
I know this for a fact.
Imagine Dipset on Rock Nation.
It's the laws of separation. It's the time where all the hustlers are together and these niggas, everybody got their own crew, and the other crew that you got, we all bosses.
Yeah.
All three of us run the label, but all of us got our own separate crews.
Yeah.
Well, Dave's crew is behind. Man, we doper than them motherfuckers. We doper than the fucking state property motherfucking niggas. But then you even put the state property niggas on. But now all the state property niggas is running with him. Nigga, we need to be. So they on that Harlem shit. And then they busting it in his head. Harlem. You know, you running with the Brooklyn niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You Harlem. You know what I mean? So now Dave got the battery in his back to undercut Jay-Z. While the whole time, Jay-Z, the people are not trying to undercut him. They just telling him, we don't want to work with Dame. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the artists, Dame's crazy. And then fucking Leo get him in the back room and tell him, hey man, this is how you want to be a billionaire? You want to just talk it on a record? How much money you got? Jay-Z probably told him, 40, 50 million. Right at the height of Hard Knock Life. Jay-Z probably told him, I got 40, 50 million. He said, you want to be a millionaire or you want to be a billionaire? And then Jay-Z, being the hustler, hey, I want to be a billionaire. Let me tell you how to get it. First thing you got to do is get the fuck away from Dame.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how, and he told him.
He did say that.
He told him. He said Dame is going to fall. Because Dame might have knew the music business, but he knew the music business through Jay-Z.
Nah, arguably though, with all due respect, Dame done help put on two of the biggest artists that ever lived.
He played his part.
In Jay-Z and Kanye West.
He didn't put on Jay-Z.
He had a strong hand in doing that.
No. Jay-Z came in. Jay-Z tell you, I came in the game 995,000 strong. You know what I mean?
He was trapping.
And Dame was a great promoter.
Dame was the mouthpiece.
No, Dame needed Jay-Z. Jay-Z had the talent, but Jay-Z was rapping off fast, and it wasn't selling.
Yeah.
So Dame had to tell him, hey, you know what I mean? Like, Dame helped him, but Dame didn't put on Jay-Z. That was an equal partnership with three dudes that all three of them had $1 billion. And they all wanted to break into the music business.
And this is what I have to say about you.
And if you got $1 million, hold on, let me tell you this. But if you got $1 million, you can get around a lot of dope rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they knew all the rappers. They with $1 million, you got more money than Big Daddy Kane. You got more money than Nas at that time. You got more money than Mobb Deep at that time. These niggas still hanging around in the projects.
And he got on the song with Big Daddy Kane on Big Daddy Kane's last album.
Yeah.
But he knew Jazzo. Jazzo was a big time hustler. Jazzo, niggas act like Jazzo was broke. Jazzo was a millionaire hustler. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he
was in the ranks.
But these niggas told Dame. Dame was a Rage Against the Machine. This Leo told him, hey, you could do things on your own, or you could sync with Dame, but Dame is gonna sink. He already told him.
He gonna sink.
He gonna sink because a black man, he didn't have enough power to do the things that he was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z at this point right now has the power where he can do what the fuck he want to do.
Any room.
And before Puffy started wanting to fuck with all these bitches, he had and do all this dumb shit.
All right, here we go.
He had
Wally is here.
Puffy had the fucking power to do what the fuck he want to do. You only got a few people that got that much fucking power, black people that got that much power in the music business. It's a white man thing.
A lot of stuff that they did too, and I think this is worldwide. A lot of stuff that people did in their younger parts of their lives and their younger parts of their careers, I think they're just being shed to light because of who they are becoming. Because it wasn't until Puffy became a billionaire, he started running Revolt. That they I ain't saying I'm not saying they been ain't saying stuff, but I'm saying like
Revolt ain't big enough.
It's not big enough. It's not big enough now anymore. But you gotta think, Revolt became super big.
No. If they wanted to get Puffy fucked up a long time ago.
He
when
did.
He was a kid. They could have been got Puffy out of there if they wanted to get Puffy. But Puffy was likable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Puffy was likable.
Yeah.
Anytime you get in these circles where
He was a puppet.
Just
all these niggas puppets.
No.
I'm telling you,
bro. Just because the reason why I don't like that word puppet is just because you're a successful black person and a white.
Wally, if I say, yo, I got $3 million right now, go out there, pull your pants down, and just show yourself to the world.
See,
that's a business opportunity. Niggas do that in the movies for less than that. Niggas do that on Tubi.
It's a business opportunity.
No, this what happened because some of the roughest, toughest, so-called tough niggas in the industry right now who y'all respect,
punks.
You realize they been getting bullied by Puffy.
Punks.
Yeah.
Listen, they been getting bullied by Dame.
Yeah, but we.
They won't say, mind you, Dame did great business by a lot of people. In other words, he put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then told you was a fuck nigga while he was giving you money.
Yeah.
So
to your face.
That's really where the play is, right?
No.
You can respectfully get money. You can give me money and tell me I'm broke.
No, but I look at how he tried to tear down Charlamagne and Envy.
Like,
and they worth more money than him.
Yeah, he don't.
Charlamagne worth more money than him.
His business acumen is non-existent.
He's stuck.
He can make a dollar.
Because of Jay-Z?
No. He can make a dollar.
No,
money, currency, bro. Currency, let me say this. Currency is a spirit.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you understand that.
Nah, yeah.
For what money turns you into?
Yeah.
What money turns you into, it becomes what you are.
I would say it
This is
influences
why
who you
it
are.
ain't good to give a 16-year-old $17 million.
100%.
And then spend. It's a shit show.
100%.
It's like sit back and just wait to see the plane crash.
100%.
Because now you giving me the ability to be whatever my feelings say I want to be. And to a kid who don't, mind you, bro, you grow up, all you have is ego.
Yeah.
And the second you give me, I'm talking about every movie, you can snap your finger and make grown people do.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, which is the problem with kid stars in Disney and all that kind of stuff, right? You can't help. You give a kid power, it's going to destroy it.
For sure.
And in the end, 20, 30 years later, they're going to be the victim because they had the money. That's how you create devils.
Exactly.
No, but first I want to say that. But first, I want to say this before we have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
As black people, we got to stop saying. I just think this is just my opinion. As black people,
I'm with that.
we got to stop saying you need to go there.
My bad. Go ahead.
But no, we got to But we got to stop. We got to stop saying just because if he is the only black now Tiger Woods, he played himself.
Man, shout out boy Tiger.
But Tiger wasn't a puppet.
Nah.
He was just the only fucking black man in a group full of white people. Yeah. And he was successful.
He was the first Indian over there.
So we gotta stop just because Puffy in the music industry is majority white at the top. Now all the black people are making the music.
He was the first over the hill.
But we gotta stop saying, he's a puppet. Because, or he's a house nigga because let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because he's a house nigga because he's one of the few billionaires in the business. No, that doesn't make him that. He just happened to he put his dues in.
Yeah, he did.
He just happened
he paved
to
the way.
motherfucking be the one that made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He made it to the house, out the field. That goes what that comment says is that everybody in the field is hating on the man that made it to the house, but they want to get in the house.
They want to get in the house.
You know what I'm saying? It's fucking 100 degrees outside swinging them goddamn picks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may not kiss ass, or you may not be willing to do this, or you may not willing to do that, but if the motherfucker offer you a motherfucking air conditioner and a motherfucking bed, you know what I'm saying? You gonna motherfucking go and take that. That's better than the motherfucking
Even
shit.
if you're a good nigga.
And you know what else? You know, and you know what else it means? You one step closer to freedom, because a lot of the people that made it to the house was granted their freedom.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So we as former slaves, we hate on the motherfucker that made it in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or the motherfucker that got close to freedom.
Yeah.
That even when Harriet Tubman was making the Underground Railroad and was bringing people across the railroad, it was a few people that goddamn turned around and went back and told Master that somebody built the motherfucking railroad and it was going to be 12 slaves crossing, thinking it was going to garner them some motherfucking motherfucking extra credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Extra days out of the motherfucking sun, instead of thinking I need to roll with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, we can all get out of this bitch.
We can all I need to roll with these motherfuckers to freedom. But so we can't just keep knocking out people that made it, because then it stops to grow from other people making it. But
go ahead.
And then I just want to finish this, because I didn't get to finish this.
Go ahead.
Puffy, what happened to Puffy and what happened to Dame was Dame was a hustler. He was a street nigga, and he learned the music business because because a lot of that shit goes side by side.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like Jay-Z got a line, but Andre 3000 said it first. Sometimes the rap game remind me of the crack game.
Facts.
It goes hand in hand.
It's the same thing.
It's the same
rap
thing.
game, dope game.
It's a hustle. It's a flip. So you know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z was privileged to learning the ultimate flip.
Yeah, facts.
Dame knew how to flip.
Yeah.
But the white man looking at that shit, Leo Cohen looking at that shit like Jimmy IV looking at that shit like what's the dude in Columbia, Tommy Mottola looking at that shit. That's cute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The boss J Records, what was his name? Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
They looking at that. That's impressive.
He got potential.
That's cute. That's cute for a black man.
He got potential.
And then now that opens you up into the door to another room. So now that we done made it past, we done took street music to another level and done made money, and now we own, you know what I'm saying, 60-70% of our record label. Now that puts us in another room. Now when we get in that room with the Russell Simmons, and we get in there with the what's the black guy that worked for that was under Jimmy
I don't know what you got. You got Kevin Lyles.
Kevin Lyles, that's what I'm talking about.
Kevin Lyles.
And then the dude that they said was the godfather of black music. He
Right.
died just
He passed.
recently.
He passed.
But now we in that room with the rest of those black guys.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people in the room with the J. See, Dame and Jay-Z and Biggs, they was in the room. They was in the room with Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they was in the room with Tony Draper. And they was in the room with Master P. And they was in the room with Brian Williams, you know what I'm saying? Slim.
Yeah.
They was in that room. We independent, we gonna make money. This is how we gonna do it. But they don't come get those niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They scared of those niggas.
The system don't come go get them niggas.
Nah.
But they'll come for a New Yorker, a fellow New Yorker, someone like Dame and Jay. So now we got Dame, Jay, and we're gonna put them in the room, and now Puffy in that room too. Now we in that room. Goddamn Jay-Z playing it cool, learning, being a sponge on the wall.
That's him.
Diddy doing the same fucking thing. Diddy may have a little bit more to say. You know what I'm saying? But Dame trying to take over the fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Dame trying to be the loud nigga. Dame trying to be like, fuck all y'all white people. We done made $1 billion this year.
Yeah.
But you only kept because you don't really own all of it. You had to break Russell off. You had to break this person off. You got 3 business partners.
Right.
You really only got $100 million to these niggas, and they billionaires. They looking at your $100 million like, nigga, you broke. So, you know what I'm saying? He got $100 million. Oh, his fucking house cost $20 million. They laughing at that shit when goddamn, this nigga got, you know, a house out of Malibu worth $50 million. They on Biscayne and shit.
Facts.
So, you know what I'm saying? So Dame, instead of being a sponge on the wall, he tried to be the loud nigga. Try to be like, man, we got money. We don't got to listen to y'all. We doing this and doing that. And Jay-Z was quiet about it. So when they was ready, so just like Mafia style, because that's what that music shit is. These Mafia niggas, they said they may not be Italians, they may be Jews, but it's all Mafia shit. One of the biggest Mafia guys was a Jew. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So these
Man,
niggas
shout out Danny Green, man.
So these niggas looking at this shit like, oh, hey,
my
bro,
dog.
these niggas looking at this shit like, hey, they get behind closed doors after they had a meeting with the black execs. They get back into their billionaire set, and they said, man, we just gotta get rid of Dame. He bad for business. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let him do what he's want to do. But what we gonna do is the way we get rid of him is how the mafia used to kill you, how they used to kill the big bosses in all the movies. What they saying?
Oh, what do you mean?
They send your friend.
Oh, well.
In all the mafia movies, the ones that they knocked out, they sent the friend. They sent Guido, the homeboy.
Let's take a ride.
They sent the homeboy.
We going to Florida.
They sent the homeboy. How damn lucky was all scared because all his friends wanted to have a party for me. Oh, I know. Oh Lord, they want to have a party for me. I know what that means. I'm about to get knocked. I'm about to get clipped. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they sent Jay-Z to clip Dame. And offered Jay-Z half of the pie. And Jay-Z was able to take half of the pie, and Dame was struggling. Biggs went to prison, so he was able to buy the whole pie. And all Dame had left was a little corner and Jay-Z's first album. And he wouldn't give Jay-Z that, so Jay-Z squeezed him out even more. And now he owns an album that's probably Jay-Z's least selling album, even though it's one of his best, but he owns an album that's probably Jay-Z's least selling album.
He's gonna have to come up off that.
And he tried to. He asked for $2 million. Nobody would give him $2 million. Jay-Z offered him $2 million. He wouldn't take Jay-Z $2 million. No, Jay-Z offered him what? $1 million. He wouldn't take Jay-Z $1 million. He want $2 million. He want $2 million, but he would want to sell it to somebody other than Jay-Z. That's just petty.
That's petty, bro.
He don't want to give up that last piece because that's pride. You know what I'm saying? That's pride.
That pride come before the what?
But bro, that's that man music. You know what I'm saying? If you would have gave it up earlier, and your piece of rock earlier, it was worth $10 million. Now you done let it degrade till you got the album that you may be able to sell as a catalog, because you only got one of his albums that you may be able to sell for a couple of million, bro. And then you can ride out, that's pretty damn good for a black man in Harlem to make $2 million. You get to ride up to the Sunset and everything with a couple $1 million, $2-3 million, and you made one of the good movies and you was a part of one of the good teams. But when it's all said and done, Jay-Z was the label.
He was.
He was the label. So instead of dissing him in every track, you should just be like, man, I just think we would have probably all been in jail right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
If this man couldn't rap, we probably would have all been in jail right now.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? What Jay-Z say? Shit. With his homeboy that's with him right now that did 12 years, Emery, yeah. That probably got more money than Dame.
Oh.
But Emery did the time for them. They was all getting ready to clip. Him, Tata was clipped, but Emery saw, hey, shit, I don't have the talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He get ready to blow.
Then my guys keep moving.
I'm going to take it all, take my 15 years, do 12, I come home. You know what I'm saying? I come home to millions. You know what I'm saying?
Set.
Come home to millions. And that's the fucking story of Dame.
Standing on business.
Dame gonna sit there and tell you he's just a loyal ass, real ass nigga. But he wasn't saying that in 1999 when he was trying to promote Dipset over to take over the rock. He was actually trying to squeeze Jay out, but he was on some motherfucking street shit with it, and Jay was with the execs.
I recall the first time I heard somebody say that Jay looked like Joe Camel on the cigarette. Shit came from Dame mouth, bro. And all this shit was happening during the time where Jay was on vacation with Beyonce. He fell out from label or whatever. He was doing a whole lot of down slick talking. Shit like that, bro. So you knew something was up. And I said, hold up. How would you call your man that? Because after he said that, bro, it became a moniker for Jay-Z, bro.
Yeah.
That shit stuck. I said something up, because my dog, I wouldn't be on no platform, no network downplaying my guy looks. You know what I'm saying? You look like nothing. That's my guy. That's my business partner. But once again, I know them slick talking type niggas. You know what I'm saying? That come from a hatred place. You know what I mean? You got some ill will towards the man. So it started from there with me. Then with the Philly cats, even though he had them boys, I noticed all of them like, yeah, Dame my man. But then all of them got horror stories about how Dame used to treat them behind the cut. You know what I'm saying? He done talked to all of them fleet. Like, he done did all that, but he also put bread in their pocket. They was going through something. So it's like, sit down, bitch. Here come $100 grand. Now take your ass on the corner and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? So it's hard for even street niggas. Even street niggas coming from where they come from, it's hard for them to take that and be like, yeah, that man, he on some bullshit. Now they still gonna hold him up like that. And that's Dame's stance, bro. That's where his respect lies.
Yeah, but they only hold
hustlers. He ain't really lifting nobody up.
No, they only hold him in high regards now, and that's just the Harlem thing. And all the conspiracy niggas that just hate Jay-Z. But
he didn't lift nobody up though.
But I want to touch on this, the downfall. When we was talking about the downfall of Puffy, was this. They could have been took Puffy out. They could have found him guilty of that charge. You know what I'm saying? They could have been took Puffy out a long time ago. They've been knowing about all this shit for years. You know what Puffy fucked up at? Is when he lost that Ciroc and all of that shit. They got all the footage.
He went online and said some wild shit.
Yeah.
Just a few months ago, that was shit.
Yeah, he was like, you know what I mean? That shit probably ran by some big motherfucking Italians or some shit like that. What Puffy fucked up with that was that these motherfuckers got all them years of footage. I got a damn t-shirt from my 35th birthday with me with the Ciroc Boys shirt on. These motherfuckers is partying. They used to throw parties.
Ciroc.
They had the Ciroc team.
I forgot about that.
They used to throw parties every fucking where. Bike, we would have had like 3 or 4 Ciroc boy parties, bro. And them motherfuckers is doing all kind of crazy shit. And he was in the mix of all that shit. So he on camera with all that shit. They done rent this nigga mansions for the these Ciroc parties. He got the mansions. They done videotaping everything, man. They got
blackmail file. Oh, they got a library.
They got that shit. You know what I mean? It's just something where he just finally fuck with some people that you just can't pay off. It's just deeper than that. It's just deeper than that.
Respect, man. Respect go a long way, bro. Respect go a long way.
But man, we appreciate
everybody tapping in.
Nah, I appreciate y'all for sure.
Man, hold on. First of all, you welcome back.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate y'all.
You gonna get to work soon?
Yeah.
Oh man, listen. Y'all listen. Y'all ain't
shoot,
seen
that's
it yet.
easy.
Metro out is right now. We sharing on Facebook. We ain't got no platforms yet, but y'all enjoy the video shot by my boy DJ Prime Tech.
Prime Tech.
Engineered by Bo. We had fun.
AKA Hip Hop Harry.
Listen, we got more to come,
like that,
y'all.
man.
So y'all stay tuned. What's going on, man? Welcome, my boy. Welcome back, my
for
guy.
sure,
Love
man.
you, boy.
I appreciate you coming on the pod.
Once again, y'all welcome to the Real Raw Reflections.
Yes,
and we'll be
sir.
back with another episode soon, y'all. Love.
All right.
Yeah.